to Discussing Dad Life, where we break down bullshit so you don't have to. I'm Void. This is No, and let's go.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good to go. So tell us what we're doing today.
React to This House by Tom MacDonald.
All right.
And then you were telling me that Merkules went ahead and...
Yeah, dude, all these like remakes of that Oliver Anthony song, Richmond, North of Richmond.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some really good ones coming out, and it's kind of intriguing to see, because you know how like they say every generation the music coming out in every generation represents the people.
Yeah.
It's definitely showing, my friend. It's definitely showing.
Fair.
So,
well, I'm hitting wrong buttons here.
All
so
right.
I guess let's go ahead and get into the first reaction. This is Tom MacDonald's This House.
Tom MacDonald.
Lately, everyone been talking crazy. Feel like everybody's got some to say. They misinterpreted my good intentions and expected I was just gonna step away. If there's a heart that pumps and there's a breath to take, then I won't bite my tongue as long as I'm awake. And they don't have the guts to make a dumb mistake. I'd rather crash a car than never touch the brakes. I built this in-house. They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward.
Like this,
They're just the ones that are looking for apologies. Hating real loud, but they follow me, screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm the scum of the earth in the same damn breath, trying to preach about equality. Back before I wrote the song on race, they all ignored that I had something great. They tried to edge me out, they didn't hear my bars. They tried to tell me that I wasn't built for fame. Fast forward to when I'm paid. I ain't spend $1 on the chain. I'll get my mama a house, I'll get my dad a car, I'll make my sister rich, she'll never work again. And this hater is so underwhelming. I'm conditioned for all the abuse. Seeing the reaction videos all blowing up, and you're welcome for all of the views. Blow up my Twitter. Y'all just keep making me bigger. Y'all just keep showing you're triggered. Y'all just keep missing the point, and I keep doing me. Y'all ain't nothing to even consider. Man, I built this house. I'm the kind of person making music with a purpose. You the kind of people that be hating on the surface. I'm the kind of you ain't used to, the kind of make you nervous. Yeah, back before I even wrote the record, I can see this coming like a fortune teller. And a calm sea don't make a skilled sailor, so I thank the heavens for the stormy weather. Okay, fast forward to when we're old and gray. I'll be looking back at when they posted hate, and it will hurt a bit, but it was worth it when your dream is getting hurt no matter what they say. I try conveying that I love us all, and the way I did it left them so appalled. I used a broken arm to try and break their walls. No matter what they say, they know it took balls. I surveyed the land and I found a location. I loaded the lumber and pounded the stakes, and I blended the bones of the people who hated with blood and cement. Then I poured the foundation. I built the frame with all my guilt and shame, and then I chiseled my name and the date in the basement. I carved my initials and all of the boards and the beams that are needed for structural greatness. No record label, no distribution, no cosign, no publicist, no manager, no teammates, no money to make up my budget with, no groceries, no studio, no booking agent, no bucket list, no PR, no marketing, just fans. Man, we built this house where my days end and it's vacant, and they bury me with that only key. My biggest fans gon' break in with a Ouija board and a box of chalk, draw a pentagram, hail Satan, try to bring me back from that wooden box y'all tried to fill my grave with. Then they'll sit on the roof with the rifles I hid in the fridge, and they'll shoot at the men on the ridge who are coming to undo the work that I did. Then they'll block off the highway that leads to the crib and put sensors on all of the boards and the bridge, so they know when they're coming to empty the clip. Then they'll cut all the bodies and cut off the skin, then connect all the pieces with needles and pins and attach it to 10 feet of branches and twigs, and then plant it in mud till it stands in the wind. Then they'll stand there and look at this that we did that we never imagined we do because of them. Our blood and sweat and tears went into what we built till we were bags. So we used blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag. We built this house, we laid these bricks, we set these traps, these flames we lit. Our haters doused in gasoline they brought to try and torch us with. Let them hate, dog. Everyone will have something to say, dog. Their opinions don't mean trying to judge your engine by your paid job. Gravestone of a cheap death. There's too much I ain't seen yet. They think that I got them way over my head, but I feel like I just got my feet wet. We're trying to dream more and sleep less. Avoid the pills when we're depressed. Remember to not be too hard on ourselves. If we cut deep enough, we up bleed bread. Man, you never know when it's time to go. Heaven's open when the bars are closed. So seize the moment, don't leave it hoping. You'll breathe tomorrow, you could be a ghost. I'm living mine like the finish line is right in front of me. Made of fishing wire, so I'll never see it till it's too late. When God shakes my hand, please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate.
All right, let's go celebrate. I'm doing it. He told me.
When you meet God, though.
No, never mind. That's never gonna
have you met that prerequisite yet?
I mean, maybe not.
Yeah, fair.
None of your goddamn business, man. That's between me and him.
So that song is older. I remember hearing that a few years ago. But it is a good song.
It is a good song.
Because he's trying to break down. He's addressing all that controversy that he was going through, like after he made White Boy and stuff like that.
And then was that before or after? What's that one dude? Mac Miller? Or
yeah,
Mac. Is that before or after?
Mac
that?
Miller, Mac Lethal.
Mac Lethal. There you go.
I don't know if that was before or after. Tell you the truth, I do know Mac Lethal. The whole reason I even found Tom MacDonald was because of him. Was that battle before?
He got smashed, dude.
he was holding his own for a minute, but like, I think Tom's like third response back to him just annihilated him, dude. It was a
fatality.
He got smoked.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So next one.
Hold on.
Oh,
there was more to that one.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I don't know who did the videography for that one. I don't know if that was Nova Rockefeller.
She does all his.
I think so, but obviously no credit was taken on that one. But that him being shadowed out like that between the white background and then fading in like the storm and when the bombs exploding and stuff like that, that was just great cinematography. Yeah. So shout out. I mean, that was good. That was good.
It does look good. I wonder if that was before she got like good or she felt confident enough to actually put her name on it. Because as far as I know, she's done all his videos.
Yeah.
So
and then you brought up like how he got into this versus wrestling.
Yeah. He was a professional wrestler in Canada.
Yeah. And then, but wrestling's entertainment, right? So
Yes.
I mean, it's not that far of a stretch. I mean, you've seen
No,
many
it's not.
wrestlers. ICP did it.
Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah.
Well, he went acting.
Acting, but he did all the songs for Moana, so he kind of.
Oh,
did
that's
it.
right, he did.
And then John Cena.
That guy's a fucking idiot. I fucking hate John Cena. If you're watching this, I fucking hate you.
Wow, bro, that's a little extreme.
He's an idiot, dude.
He's not.
He's
bad.
a fucking Chinese puppet.
Okay, I don't disagree with you there, but
Thank you. That's finally we can agree on something. Moving along.
Fair, but nonetheless, yeah, there's been a few that have done that, and I think, well, wrestling's supposed to be entertainment, so it's not that far of a stretch that people like The Rock would go into acting, or John Cena would go into acting, or musicians would pop up out of it. I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, it does. I was just wanting to know what was like the definitive factor of like, you know what? I want to make music and then be really fucking good at it. You know what I mean? He's actually the voice of. We were just talking about this. He's one of the voices of this generation.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what possessed him to go from, spandex or whatever the hell, and then like actually start being a voice? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I get what
intriguing.
you're saying. Well, with wrestling, it's kind of choreographed, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
So you have to play the part.
Mm-hmm.
With him going independent music like this, he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, I would figure that's probably a major factor in it.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Tom, if you see this, if you want to drop us a message, let us know why you did it. That'd be awesome.
Right?
Yeah. So I guess you want to go. This one's your recommendation right here. I
like Merkules a lot.
Isn't he a Canadian rapper too?
Yeah, he's Canadian too.
So you got Mad Child, Canadian rapper. You got
Dax.
You got Tom MacDonald. I mean, we got a lot of Canadian rappers that are actually freaking really good.
Yeah.
I think it's because they're way more oppressed than even we are.
That's something. That's saying something.
And they're coming here and they're just like, oh no.
Yeah.
We want to be free, guys. Like, stop it.
Did I tell you I have a friend? He moved to Canada and he's missing.
No, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, dude, I cannot get a hold of him.
Trudeau probably.
Well, he is very outspoken, so
yeah, that
makes sense.
That's an issue. You can't be outspoken in Canada.
No.
You'll just disappear.
Yeah, and there's enough land to make that happen. Okay, so I came across this the other night, and I was like, oh, I gotta tell the homie about this. So, run it whenever you're ready.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
So many years of ignoring the truth, so many tears I let go in this booth. I'm drinking this beer and I'm doing these drugs just to numb all this pain. I don't know what to do. It's not just me, only you and I know that I've been so in debt that I'm suicidal. I'm so used to being used that I don't use my head and instead I just use the bottle. But in so many hours we'll never get back just to collect this check that they turn into tax. Maybe next time I can show up to class, you teach them the truth and they learn about that. We carry this country, it's hurting our backs. The government fucks us, we're working for scraps. No matter what, we're determined to crash. Let's purge for a purpose and earn it all back. They'll make you a promise and let you down. Plus these countries are run by some pedophiles, And me, I refuse to just sit around while they're teaching our children this shit out loud. They told us to shut up and wear a mask. Just take this vaccine to take care of that. On this highway to hell, I've been there and back. I can't fit all this shit in a paragraph. Fuck
Selling
'em.
my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away.
Sing it, bro.
Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
They supply us the drugs that are killing our kids, and we do nothing about it. It is what it is. Not sorry, I'm seriously sick of this shit. I just packed up and moved, now I live in the sticks. Thanks to Big Pharma, we get withdrawal, and the whole world is hooked on this fentanyl. Be careful or you might be dead tomorrow. Yeah, we're working away at their beck and call. If they saw this, they tell you that this is a stretch. But why are we letting them get in our heads? How is their veterans living in tents? Cause the cycle is proven to bring us to death. Like, what is the reason we waited this long to admit this is all population control? Take one look around, this shit's taking its toll. But I'm saying fuck it, I'm breaking the mold. I promise I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm actually fed up, I'm passing a message. I'm trying to say that they have an agenda, and we just ignore all the facts that they give us. Indigenous women go missing, and what, we're supposed to ignore it and sit on our thumbs? It's not by the left or the right or the middle. I'm going to war, I will not keep it civil. Fuck
Selling my
that.
soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is.
I fucking love it, dude.
I've been
Go ahead. Let's hear it. He left you speechless?
Dude, that was powerful.
I told you. I had to, like, the other night when I first came across it, I stopped it so I could, like...
Well, so just so everyone knows, he's watched it, so you've already kind of been able to digest that. But there's a lot to break
to
down
take
to
in
that.
right there, huh?
Well, he basically openly called the people that are running the country pedophiles.
Yeah.
Hats off to you for doing that. I mean, I guess when the FBI comes to murder you, I guess we'll
know who
celebrate your
did it.
life. Yeah. Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, he killed that shit.
I mean, he went all in. Like, he just straight up called it out. The other one's kind of like they're calling it out, but it's just like quick little jabs, and he just went like for a freaking like a haymaker on him. I was like, crap. Wow. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Merkules is good though.
He is.
I do like how he looped in the mental health issues that people are going through, stemming from the simple fact that most people can't get out of debt because of the economic downturn that we're in, and
It's only getting worse too.
Well, yeah, and then the corporations are just. I mean,
fuck you, pharma.
like, so the argument in this day and age is that capitalism is bad, and they use the United States as proof that
The prime example of that.
But my thought is the United States isn't really using capitalism anymore. That's what it started off with.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's corporatism. It's
yeah.
right, because the corporations are in bed with the government, and the government is using the power of the law in order to make it so corporations are, big and powerful. Big pharma is the leading. Is the
what, billion?
Oh God, I don't. They have by a large stretch the highest percentage of lobbyists in Washington. Jesus. Right. So for people who think that like your vote actually matters, it doesn't. Your vote does matter in who you represent, but as soon as they get to Washington, they just become corrupt bureaucrats.
Yep.
Who are doing whatever the big pharma basically is telling them to do.
Whoever puts money in their pocket.
Yeah. So
which is shitty. Like, what happened to like standing for something? We've talked about that before. That what happened? What happened along the lines? You know what I mean? Like, where did we lose our balls?
It's not about losing balls. It's about the simple fact that our elected class are only interested in enriching themselves.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened to holding that integrity? What happened?
Well, those people have no integrity. So
That's where I get frustrated with all of it, because it's like, dude, I'd like to think that if I was in a position like that, that I would regardless follow my moral compass and do the right thing.
But you would be assuming that everyone has a moral compass, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm sorry to say it, I don't think probably over 95% of the politicians in Washington have no moral compass. The only thing that they're interested in is enriching themselves.
See, and I don't get that, man.
Well, it's because we've lost faith in this world.
That's
right. So, I mean, we are living in a society where, so last night, my son and I are talking about the Dark Carnival, right? We were kind of having this discussion this morning. It was actually talking about like what the whole Dark Carnival is actually supposed to represent, which is the battle inside yourself of doing morally right versus morally wrong, right? The light and the dark. So it's a mythological, like a metaphorical sense on how to portray the inner workings, right? Because ICP was they're the ones that constructed the Dark Carnival. Dark Carnival is basically the world that we live in, and you navigating it through it, and you either are choosing to do morally right things or morally wrong things. And they spoke out quite as much as they're rapping about, you know, sex, drugs, and blah blah blah, all that fun jazz. They are advocating for no pedophilia. They're advocating for no sexual abuse. They're advocating for these things, right? Yeah. They're basically saying you do these things, you are going to burn. And so they're trying to put a moral framework in a way that was modern, right? Which is what religion used to do, right? And as we've grown as a society, we have people here that literally say that religion is bad. It is immoral.
Yeah, they do say that now.
And that's not the case. You guys just don't like the dogmatic traditions that are embedded in it. That's what I don't like about organized religion. But the moral framework is still valid. The 10 Commandments do actually have meaning in lives.
They do. I mean, you don't want to just run around, kill your neighbor, and steal from everybody. Yeah, I mean, it's just a law of the land. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because for one, it makes your life harder.
Yes,
it does eat away at your soul, if you
have one.
If you want to internalize it and say it that way. Yeah. But these things weigh upon your mind. They do create mental health issues. If you go and kill someone, but that's going to screw with your psyche, right?
I mean, you would think.
Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule. I mean, there are psychopaths out there that would gladly do it again. Yeah. Oh God, he's such a good lyricist from New York.
Which one?
Oh my God, I can't think of his name right now. He's the one that does the song about the dude that's trying to join the thing, and then he ends up having to like R a woman, and he ends up actually doing it to his own mom.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God,
we'll get it on break.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that one. But he's freaking good. But he actually talks about that. He's just like, there are some men that if given the choice, they would do it again.
Yeah,
because they are that cold, right? They are missing something in their brain that gives them that moral, being able to recognize a moral
that
authority.
Compass that I'm talking about.
Yeah. So that's the problem that we have, is we've left having a common framework of morality in this country. Religion used to do that, and now it's kind of that's been, the left is notoriously about that, where they don't want religious figures because they want the government to be in control, right?
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit. So during that conversation last night, it was interesting because he said, "Well, what's the meaning of life?" And I'm just like,
"Well, that's a good question."
Well, the meaning of life is pretty simple, in my opinion. It's the sacrifice, right?
Okay.
So even if you're not wanting to take this from a religious perspective, you don't have to. But sacrifice is what makes life worth living, because it's not just to live.
Okay.
It's about gaining the experience and making the choices that better yourself and those around you. So no matter what you do, in order to make those choices, you have to sacrifice something. You're sacrificing time. You're sacrificing resources.
I know what you're saying.
You're sacrificing your instant pleasure, which is something that we've definitely lost in this day and age. Instant gratification is everywhere. But it used to be where you did not seek instant gratification. I wanted to buy a house. I'm going to work for 10, 12, 13, 14 years, and I'm going to scrounge up what I need and then get it.
Yeah.
And that sacrifice was so much sweeter because of the amount of work I put into it. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going off on
No,
a tangent.
you're
but
good. I get what you're saying. And he does bring up a lot of those points that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said, I think it's the best one so far.
Merkules is talented, and he definitely went all out on that one.
Yeah, he did.
That was... I'm going to have to listen to that a few more times to actually digest that. Because he hit on so many different points. It's insane how... I mean, that was a...
Flawless victory.
Good job.
We were waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
702,000 views in 3 days. Number 21 on trending for music.
Yeah.
Damn, you go Merk that shit.
All in all, good song. I definitely going to have to recheck that one out.
I'm going to listen to it on the way home.
Perfect.
Peace.
Bye. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Till then, peace.